Hello and welcome back to another video, live stream, whatever you want to call it. So in this one, I'm going to be going over my stats with the players I have on my team currently and like my ranked season stats and stats during this year, which is pretty much this. So I'm 54 and 103, 235 batting average, 247 on base percentage, 388 slugging. Fielding percentage .989, well, that's pretty good. ERA 5, WHIP 1, and then if I go to Universal Profile, online, runs per game 1.7 this year. I've hit a total of 94 home runs. I've stolen 25 bases. I have an average 235, ERA of 1.69, and then Ks per 9, 2.54. So, not very good. Now I'll go over my stats with my team. So, with Pablo Sandoval in 61 games, I'm hitting 188. I've been in kind of a slump recently with him. Then, at first, I have Hafner. I've been doing pretty good. I've had him for 15 games, and he's been hitting pretty well for me, and the fielding hasn't been terrible. Bill Mazeroski at second. I've had 90 games with him. 229, so not terrible. I mean, obviously wish I could get that up. Bogarts haven't used that much, only 6 games. I got 1 hit. Aubrey Huff, I've had him for 73 games. He's at 213. He's not doing too well. First, I'm going to just go over average and how I feel, and then I'll go over, like, other stats. So, 61 games, 313 average. McCutcheon, 284. I did have his average over 300 a little bit, but I haven't been doing too well recently. And then Yelich, 301 average in 122 games. I got him towards the beginning of the year. He is my first diamond pull from a standard pack. 269 plate appearances, 259 at-bats. And I've walked 7 times. And then on my bench, my created player, I'm hitting in 69 games. I have a 298 batting average. And then Altuve, who used to be my starting shortstop, 197 batting average in 74 games. Then 97 Eno Slaughter, who I pulled twice in a row in the packs, in headliner packs. But he's been terrible for me. 176 average in 63 games. Then Bellinger, hitting 180 in 26 games, but the positions I've put him in weren't really that good. Then Judge, I haven't really used him on my actual team. I just picked him up for my main squad. So it didn't really affect anything, but I'm a Yankees fan, so I wanted to get Aaron Judge. And then pitching, Kershaw in 7 games, 41 innings pitched. He's 3-4, 3.27 ERA. It kind of depends on the game. Sometimes he pitches well, sometimes he doesn't. Wainwright, he either has a really, really good game or a really bad game. 8 games, 38.2 innings, 3-4, 3.49 ERA. Then you got this 95 CC, who's 5-10. I'm not very good with him. So, not very good. Whitey Ford, I'm actually pretty good, 3-1. 4.22 ERA, but I have a lot of good games with Whitey Ford. He's a pretty good card. And then Luis Castillo, I've used him twice and never even made it through a full game or even close to a full game. And then my bullpen, Presley, 2-0, 1.17 ERA. He's been my best pitcher in my bullpen this whole year. Then you got Ottavino. He's been back and forth, 3.14 ERA. He's had stretches where he's been good, stretches where he's been bad. Craig Kimbrell, haven't used him too much, so nothing really to go on. Doolittle has been terrible for me recently. I mean, when I first got him, he was actually pitching pretty well, but now he's just not really pitching that well. Osuna, he's pitched pretty good for me. He's actually been one of my better pitchers, at least for closing games. Will Smith, it's not really. I'm good with him when I'm facing against the CPU. And then you got Kirby Yates, who hasn't been the best. Hasn't been real good for me. Brad Hand, haven't used him. Colomay, never really used him. Trinan hasn't been that good for me. And that's like anyone notable there. And then here, Verlander, I've used quite a bit. 5 and 9, 5.63 ERA. I've used more than twice, which doesn't really matter. This Odorizzi, I'm 5 and 2 actually, with a 5.13 ERA. And then let me see like position. This McCann, I'm hitting 208 in 32 games. Yasmani, not very good. Real Muto, 276 with him. And then also with Kurt Suzuki, I'm hitting 303 with. So he's been pretty good for me. Then here, I never really used the 85. 3.2 batting average with Rizzo. Josh Bell, 278. McGriff doesn't count because he doesn't have that many games. With the gold, I hit 240. With my silver, I hit 327. I hit pretty well with my silver creative player. Pete Alonso, I've tried to use him, but I don't hit very well with him. Then second base, I tried LeMahieu for a little bit. That's like the only other guy who's really there. Shortstop, Story, I hit 307 with, but I've been trying to use other people. But I don't know, I might put him back in my lineup. Tatis, he never had good hitting stats when I used him. Chapman, 241 in 50 games. Senzel, 366. Left field, Acuna, I don't hit very well with, 231. In center, haven't used this Griffey too much. This one I hit 289 with. And then Springer, 240. And then in right field, not really anything else. I guess Ichiro, 300, I guess. And then I guess we can go into statistics here. See who's been my best. So Hendricks hasn't been too good. Ron Guidry, 4 and 4, but I didn't really like him, so I sold him. There's Kershaw. I used to have Barrios in the beginning of the year, Paxton in the beginning of the year. Here's the Odorizzi, 5 and 2. So, game started. I believe that's complete games. I can't tell. Yes, I do have a double with CC. I have a double with Barrios. I have a... Wait, where is Lady Ford? Where is Lady Ford? Is this the Lady Ford? Yep. 3 and 1. With a... Let me see. 1 triple. Yeah, I got a triple with them. Verlander hit 7 if this matters. Greinke I haven't used too much. Kluber. Then my front page of batting average. That doesn't really count. 333 with Whitey Ford. So if that's relevant for anything. And then let me get to relief pitchers. Let me see, blown save. One from Pedro Baez when I had him. Chris Sale is blown. That was when I put a common team together. Betances, blue save. I think in Battle Royale. Same with Taylor Clark. Roenis, a guy. And then here, blown saves. Alvarado's blown 2. Kimbrel and Will Smith. Now catchers. I've only used like 4 like actual pure catchers. Suzuki I hit pretty well with. First base, my creative player I've used the most, and I hit 298 with him. Bell up there 278. Rizzo I hit good with. My Silver I also hit pretty well. And Hafner so far I've been liking. Second base, I used Cano for quite a bit. He hit 263, but now he's getting downgraded like crazy. I got rid of him. Already shown everyone here. I tried Justin Turner for a little bit, didn't really go too well. I had Correa towards the beginning of the year, but I got rid of him. I tried using Joey Gallo. I can't get his PCI to hit anywhere. I'm just not good with PCI placement. I had Torrey Hunter, 275 when I used to have him, and I used to use him. Griffey, Willie Mays, that's in Battle Royale. I wish I had him, but outfield's kind of stacked this year. Like, let me search positions. Filter. Left field, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7, 8, 9. 9 signature series in left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. 5 in center. So that makes 14. And then in right field, there's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 in right field. And then plus all that's just in the market as well. Then there's Tony Gwynn as well in the outfield, Duke Snyder. There is a ton of signature series outfielders, which is insane. But hope you enjoyed this. So see